What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't seen my last video, I reviewed the 2025 KLX300 that I have here behind me, and one of the things I spoke about was how I carry it and how it doesn't do well on highways, especially high-speed highways like Highway 90 out here in Washington State. And so I use a bike rack to carry my bike to places that I'm uncomfortable riding the highway on. So if you want to see that video, I'll link it down below. Now, moving on to our bike rack here. It's a Mockins bike rack I got when I bought the motorcycle about a year ago. So I've been using for about a year, and I've taken it up some treacherous terrain, as you can see kind of behind me here. High country up in the mountains, because sometimes you want to take a little bit more gear in your truck and you want your bike with you, so you kind of pack everything in the back, pack the bike up, and you go to that destination. And now that I'm here, I can jump on the bike, ride up another mountain, come back, have base camp, have my truck here just in case emergencies and whatnot. So definitely a great thing to have with you. The rack is made out of corrosion resistant steel. It's about 60-70 pounds. It carries my bike really well. My bike is about 280 pounds without all the stuff on it. Now I do ride with saddlebags that I don't have currently on it right now, but if I have them strapped up, I have stuff in them. Sometimes I have a basket on the back strapped up, then it adds more weight. But they rate the bike rack at 500 pounds. Will I carry a 500-pound motorcycle on this rack? Probably not. I think that if you're putting something as heavy as 500 pounds on this rack, you are reaching the limits there. And plus with all the sway, and they do give you a hitch mount to remove the sway, but still 500 pounds is a big motorcycle. And so I would probably suggest riding that motorcycle to the location that you want to instead of using the bike rack. Now, I have used it, like I said, in high terrains, treacherous roads. It keeps my bike nice and secure. It's a tilt design, so I can load and offload the bike by myself, because I do some solo stuff out in the wilderness at times, and having that is awesome. Being able to remove that pin, drop that bike, and you're off and ready to go. So it comes with the pin that you pull out, drops the whole back down. It also comes with 4 straps that you saw, the orange ones. I do think that they are a little light, and so I upgraded to the green straps that you saw out in the front. It did well. There are bike racks out there that reach 1,000 and more. I didn't want to break the bank on a bike rack. Plus, whenever I drive somewhere, I just leave the truck with the bike rack attached to it, and I just take the bike out and go. I would highly recommend using something like this if you have a smaller dual sport that you are not comfortable riding on highways or on long distances, because let me tell you, riding this bike for a long distance, your back starts to hurt, legs start to hurt, and over time I would say that I'm pretty much comfortable riding this bike for, I would say, maybe 2-3 hours at a time. Anything longer than that, I'm starting to ache all over, and it's just not designed for longer distances. There are people that drive this KLX300 for hundreds and thousands of miles. They swear by it, and more power to them. They probably have iron backs. So another thing that I will mention on this is when I pull my bike onto it, I have my bike in first gear. When I put it up on there, I just let go of the clutch, and it stalls the bike out on top of the rack and it locks it in. There were other ways I tried pushing it up, but you need a little bit more power, and you have to just really yank it up there and for it to secure finally in its spot. Another thing that I will say is that they provide a backing plate on the back so you can install a gas canister. I took it off because I use my tailgate a lot, and it was not letting my tailgate open. I would have to take the whole rack off in order to open my tailgate. I usually have a gas tank, like a 5-gallon gas tank in the back of my truck already, so I really didn't need that one. Keep an eye out for the pins. There are pins that secure this main big pin, and then also the one that attacks it obviously to the hitch. There was a moment, about bike's fine, but there was a moment where I forgot to put in the locking pin. The main pin was almost completely out by the time I got home. I don't know how it didn't fly out. If it did, the bike would have dropped on the highway, most likely broken off at the bottom, or it could have just skidded and created a whole bunch of problems for the truck and the motorcycle. So keep in mind, make sure you lock that pin and make sure you double check it before you get in the truck. Do a once through, look at all those pins, check all your connections, make sure it's secure. And one more thing I will say, lifting it, it's heavy. This is not a electric bike. This is not a bicycle. This is a full-blown dual sport. So lifting it back into place to secure the pin requires some back strength. If you cannot lift more than 60, 70 pounds with your knees, then I would suggest finding something else, or you would need help to secure it. Because when I go down to pick this up to lock the bike in place, I go down to my knees and I lift with my feet instead of my back, because I have a bad back from construction, bad back and all. I would highly recommend getting down low, getting a good grip, and then pulling up. Thankful to all the new subscribers to the channel that watched the video about the KLX300 and subscribed. There was a lot of comments on that video. There were questions asked, and so I will most likely be doing a gear review. There were a few questions about the gear I use while I ride, so there is going to be a video on gear review. I am also going to be doing a what's in the bag that I carry when I go out. I did do some volunteer search and rescue work, so there's that aspect that I wanted to touch on, and how to be safe out in the woods, how to be safe out and get back home to your loved ones. The next video that I have planned is a moto overnight. I already have the location. I know roughly where it's going to be, and so that's the next video that's going to be coming out. I do apologize that I have some time between video postings. I do have a day job and I do have a family, so making time out to make these videos and this content is a little tough right now, but I'm trying to get better at that. Your support is much appreciated, because I do like doing this. Obviously, talking in front of the camera and all, it takes a little bit of confidence, and so it's great to build confidence. If you want more information on the rack, I will leave a link of the rack down below. Leave a comment on what you would want to see next from this channel. So thank you for watching, and please leave a like, comment, and please subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.